What do you make? I mean, you support a wealth tax.
I came out with a wealth tax, I believe, long before Elizabeth Warren.
And you've actually said to Michael Bloomberg, who may enter the race, that he should actually advocate in favor of a wealth tax if he wants to join the race as well.
Look, I think if you want to represent the Democratic Party, you've got to be dealing with one of the critical aspects of America today, which is incredible income and wealth disparities. And you should be addressing it specifically if you're Mike Bloomberg or me, people who've been incredibly lucky and incredibly fortunate. You should be for a wealth tax if you want to have bona fides with in terms of addressing inequality.
As you might imagine, we speak to quite a few people who disagree with that viewpoint.
I'm highly sure if you didn't, I'd be disappointed.
Right, and also during the course of my day, or whomever I may be meeting in that day as well, whether it's in the private equity business, whether it's just CEOs or senior management in companies, they say, listen, attack it another way, through capital gains, through the estate tax. The wealth tax itself is going to be so hard to simply adjudicate, let alone sort of figure out. It's a road not worth going down.
Look, there are definitely a lot of implementation issues about it, David. I know that's true. But I think that it's a statement really about something over the last 40 years has really gone wrong in the United States of America. And that is we've seen a corporate takeover of the government. And as a result, we've seen all of the...
What does that mean, a corporate takeover of the government?
It means we can't get stuff done because corporations don't want it. And so I'll give you an example. You know, I think over 90% of Americans would like to have a mandatory background check on every gun purchase and have wanted it for decades. And we've had a series of horrific mass shootings, mass killings, including of school children. We've never gotten background checks on guns, even though over 90% of Americans, more Republicans than Democrats, want it. The majority of NRA members want it. And how could that be true in the United States? They never taught me that in fourth grade civics class. The answer is the gun manufacturers don't want it. And they really control the NRA, and the NRA can block it. And if you take a look at how we pay for drugs versus every other country in the world. We pay literally 10 times as much for insulin as Canadians. That's a drug that was invented in 1930. It's not just freshly patented.
So you think that's a reflection as well of the power of corporate America?
I don't think there's...
As opposed to...
There's no question about it.
Inefficiencies in the delivery of health care in our country.
No, that is there's a law that says you can't go to Canada to buy the cheaper insulin there. Did you know that?
Yeah, but I also know that we are, by virtue of spending so much on these prescription medicines, subsidizing the science behind them that others around the world are benefiting from because they pay so much less.
And first of all, how is that right? And B, you and I both know that the amount of money that drug companies spend in terms of research is dwarfed by the amount they spend on marketing. So they claim that everything that they make goes into research, and we both know that's not true. We both know that, in fact, there are laws that prevent the U.S. government from negotiating with drug companies the way every other country in the world does.
Right. And that's a part of a plan that you have, obviously, in terms of changing.
You think that's good for the American people. We have 25 million diabetics in this country.
Yeah.
The idea that they should pay 10 times more than someone in Canada for a drug that was invented 90 years ago. You do have to keep incentive in the system,
don't you, Tom, to allow those companies to still feel like it is worth developing a drug that is going to only have a certain amount of patent exclusivity?
Of course you do.